Hey everybody, I am David, and today I want to talk about a piece of shit movie called Transformers: The Last Night. That's right, you didn't hear me wrong at all. I called this movie a piece of shit right off the bat because that's what Transformers 5 is. It's the worst of the Transformers movie, an embarrassment to the franchise, as if the movie wasn't already, the franchise wasn't already bad enough. We get this movie. And, this is coming from someone who liked the first one. I enjoyed the first Transformers movie. It was a good movie. It wasn't the greatest thing ever made, but it was good. There was something put in there, some enjoyment there. And then you get the second, third, and fourth movie, and they just seem to get worse and worse as they go on. But you know what? I even give those three movies a little bit of credit because at least they try to add something. Like, I feel like there are moments within those films that are alright, or some enjoyment. It gets maybe a couple of laughs out of me. In the first three movies, it was always because of the parents. I always thought the parents were hilarious in those movies. The fourth movie had T.J. Miller, so that he was funny. And the action could sometimes be cool. Maybe not so much in the third and fourth movie because they just overdid it and it just got boring. This movie is a bore fest from beginning to end. Where the first four movies, at least you have a good setup, and then the movie is whatever later on. This movie, even the setup with the whole Arthur and Merlin stuff, couldn't save this movie from having a little bit of something decent. No, it starts off as an embarrassment, especially right when you find out they turn Stanley Tucci into a joke as Merlin, who is apparently a drunk. And that's not the problem I have. I'm okay with people building their own mythology and all that, but it was just too cartoony and too stupid. Right off the bat. And then you have the Transformers themselves. Who gives a shit about them? Because they're worthless machines that really don't have no character. Same thing with the human characters, unfortunately. Even the characters that were in the original trilogy, there's two or three of them. Lennox and John Turturro's character. Why were they in this movie? We have no idea. They're just back for some reason. Just to, look, guys, remember these guys? Continuity. As if continuity really matters in this movie, because they kind of don't really give a shit about their own continuity, because a lot of things don't really make sense in this continuity anymore. Look, Anthony Hopkins, he's great in every movie he's in, but he can't save this movie from being a disaster. He is a great actor. There was one moment, though. You can see he wasn't even trying. It was his death scene. The death scene of Anthony Hopkins in this movie. I seen him put out a better death scene in The Mask of Zorro. That movie was 20 years ago almost? He did a better death scene in that film than he did in this movie. I felt like he wasn't even trying. It was what do I have to say? Oh, this? Okay. And then he does it, but without even any effort into it. Man, Michael Bay can do some really cool movies sometimes. Like the first Transformers. Armageddon can be considered a guilty pleasure. A lot of people will point out The Rock. But Transformers, at this point, he's just doing this movie for a paycheck. I'm happy I didn't see this movie in the theaters. I am sad that I had to see this movie at home still. Even in the comfort at my own home. Throughout the entire movie, I was thinking maybe I should just stop this movie because this movie is paining me. But then I remember people like bad reviews, so why not just watch the whole movie to warn people or to let people see me that I just suffered through 2 hours and 20 minutes of my life for nothing. Because that's what this movie was. It was a waste of fresh air that shouldn't have been made. It wasted many talented people on this project. like Anthony Hopkins, like Mark Wahlberg, who could have spent their time being in something better, but they chose to do this movie for the paycheck. That's what this movie is. They thought it was going to be an easy paycheck. Thankfully, not a lot of people went out to go see this movie, so it didn't do as well as all the other Transformers movies. And hopefully, if they make a sixth one with Michael Bay still attached, hopefully that one will do even less. So, with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm done with Transformers. Maybe the Bumblebee movie will be good. Who knows? I mean, they do have a capable director in charge, but if I smell a lick of Michael Bay's fingerprints on the Bumblebee movie, I am banning that movie from my life. So, with that being said, I'm giving this movie a 3 out of 10. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, and until next time, take care.